Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 2 of our Love Island podcast. This week we're talking about week 2, and we are joined by Andie Reeves. Say hi, Andie. And Ashleigh Engel. Say
Hello,
hi.
hello, hello.
I'm so glad that I have the two of you on, just like
I'm so
my
hyped.
last time a Cosmo
Yeah.
passed. Uh, but yeah, let's go through what happened this week on the show. So Jay got a jacuzzi date. We don't know how he got the jacuzzi date, but he got
Oh
one.
my god, that feels like years
and he
ago.
cho-
I can't even remember
Yeah.
I know. And then he chose Rochelle, and once
that.
again, Rochelle rejected a man in a jacuzzi.
Shame.
and
She
then,
said yeet.
and then Millie and Xavier got closer. Summer and
Mhm.
Chris got closer to Cage's
Yeah,
jealousy. Uh, the public voted for their favorite contestants, and the bottom three were Sarah, Summer, and Jay. Jay gets sent home. That means Millie and Xavier can like mac out all the time without consequences. Asad and Sarah have sex, and he tells the boys about it by referring to it as pizza, deep dish pizza.
so lame. Yeah,
Erin,
that was so
oh
lame.
god, I couldn't take it. Erin is shocked and she tells Sarah she's over Side, but we all know she's lying. The Islanders must vote for which couple they think has the best connection. They choose Summer and Cage. Summer and Cage go on a date and they bicker more, proving they're rockier than ever.
Mm,
Chris makes his intentions to go after Summer clear and tells that to both Summer and Cage. At the recoupling, Libo chooses Timna, Chris chooses Summer, Millie chooses Xavier, Sarah chooses Assad, Erin chooses Ian, Rochelle chooses Cage, meaning Durang leaves. Cage is upset about Chris choosing Summer and sulks about it the entire day. Summer isn't ready to cut Cage loose. Assad gets angry at Erin for telling Sarah that he isn't. I don't know. I left that in a half a sentence that he isn't.
Just go for it. Just
That he just
man.
isn't. Okay. Millie and Xavier spend the night in the hideaway. Summer decides she wants Cage. Two new girls, Talia, Tyler, and Tanya, decide that they want to take Chris and Lebo and Assad and Xavier out. The girls start stressing, and we end on them about to enter the villa. Okay, so what do you guys
Mhm.
think of this
sure,
week?
a lot has
Did I leave anything out?
happened.
A lot has happened, but it's been a much better week. I've been like
Yes.
hooked and tuned in.
Yeah, like
And you, Andy, what did you think?
I feel like the editing, like bullying works. Like the editing is so much better. Yeah,
Cyberbullying works.
once again,
Cyberbullying works.
cyberbullying comes up tops. Yeah, I feel like I've actually wanted to watch it this week, whereas last week I was like, okay, this is a bit of a chore.
Mm.
There's still a few things, but they're getting there. It feels like they've suddenly got the rights to use music that isn't that bad. I don't know if you guys noticed. It's
hmm
like, okay, this is
Yeah.
okay. This is okay.
hmm
Yeah.
Like the editing, the confessionals, the voiceover, everything is just flowing a bit smoother.
Yes.
It's an easier watch.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's going
Yeah.
better.
I think yeah, maybe they just also needed to get in. I don't know. I'm giving them a lot more scope then, but then maybe they needed to get into their groove, like try and
Mm.
find out what works, what doesn't
Yes.
work. I mean, I feel like they should have done that
Yeah.
before the show
Yeah.
aired, but but I feel like they are finding themselves a bit better.
Yeah. They're like
And
figuring it
I
out on the
wonder how they
go.
got the music. Did they like? Is it like local artists? I haven't even
Oh, I don't
checked.
know. Yeah.
Mm.
Didn't check. Just noted that in my head. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with okay, Summer, Cage, and Chris, because I feel like this is the drama of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Thursday night's episode where they started going off on each other, Cage and Chris? I was eating my popcorn. I was tuned in. I'm like, this is the drama we
This is what
wanted.
we deserve.
This is what we wanted to see.
Yeah.
Cage is like, I'm not your friend anymore. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
kindergarten. Okay, grade art.
So, but this,
I was like, Andy, you work a lot with children. Didn't that sound
yes,
familiar to you?
it's like you're not going to come to my birthday party ever. um, and I just love, like, it's so classic Love Island when someone says, like, it's not what you did. I'm not upset about what you did. It's the way you did it. As if Cage would have been chilled, like, no, like Chris was so explicit. He said, like, I'm going to go after her. I'm going to pursue her. And now Cage is still pissed off. It's just lame. He just looks so childish.
And Cage chilling there on the day bed with Xavier and his son on his side. Xavier is sleeping. Xavier is not about it, minding his business.
Yeah.
What a scene. Oh, I loved it.
But it's like, does he not know what Love Island is about?
Yes,
Because
that's the
when he
game.
told Summer last night, he's like, if you're gonna pursue Chris, that's okay, but that's not the way I do relationships. I'm like, this, you're not in a relationship. This is freaking Love
You're
Island.
in Love Island, exactly. The whole vibe is like checking out new people, getting to know them, seeing if it works or not. And he's just like, no, it's always been you from the beginning. Like, whatever. Also, they hate each other. Like their vineyard date, it was so painful.
Yeah.
And you can see every time he tries to kiss her or comes up behind her, you can see she's like cringing. It's so
So
bad.
why do you think? I don't understand why she keeps going back there.
Yeah, okay. What was that about? I was really shook.
Exactly, because all they ever do is argue and go over like what they need from relationships.
Yes.
Whereas Sam and Chris, he's so confident. He said from the get-go what he wants. They have cute banter. I mean, she was even doing a pros and cons list, and she said that Chris brings out like the better side of her or something, and all the girls were like, "Ding, ding, ding, there you go." So, what is it about Cage? Is it because he's a crybaby? He's a bad boy? What? Give
Is he
us
a
the
bad boy
answers.
though? I think he's just
Unseen
bad.
bits.
He's just bad. Shame. And it's like, people are watching you. Pull it together. And I love how you keep saying, like, I'm not a jealous guy. I'm not upset. Like, you're seething.
Meanwhile.
But I wonder if she just chose him because he's safe. Like, I don't know. Weird.
Yeah.
Weird call.
No, it is. I think he's never gotten over the fact that she didn't pick him in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is gonna be like a thorn in his side the entire time.
Yeah, he can't let it go.
Like anybody who comes in the villa, he's gonna be jealous about because he knows that she didn't pick him.
Yeah. And he's screwing himself because like every new person who comes in the villa will have watched him be like such a loser. So no one is going to want to go for him. So he's just going to get more and more like dependent on her.
Exactly. And at least she was still open to seeing where things go with Chris.
Yeah.
It's just like, nope, this is the one. And they like their chemistry, okay, maybe it is a little bit there, but it's not as there as it could be for you to be like a ride or die in this relationship.
Maybe there's something we're not seeing.
Very sus. The unseen bits, we need it. We need it, guys.
Yeah, I feel like, oh my gosh, there's just so much that I feel like I missed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Actually, talking. Yeah, sorry, carry on, Ash.
And even with the kiss, marry, pie, everybody was pieing Chris, and I'm like, guys, why?
Okay.
Like Sarah pied him, Timna pied him. I'm like, my boy Chris, what did you do? I love you.
Also,
what nonsense did you catch on?
The budget for the pie challenge, guys. What? It was like a styrofoam pad.
It was just a foam.
And
it was a foam
and then they had to load it up with their own cream. It was so bad.
That challenge.
The budget is
also back to
nowhere to be
back
found.
to Sarah and Cage. Sarah goes and marries Cage, and I'm like, that's so boring. I was like, yes, you better
so
marry her
boring.
too. Just like spice it up. And also, wasn't it Eden that kissed Cage? And I'm like, why? What happened there? And then the zoom to Eden, I was like, this challenge, I need answers.
Yeah, they skipped over a lot in that challenge.
Yeah, but I'm so confused about the whole Chris Rochelle thing. They referred to it last night again, when Chris was talking on his date, and he's like, "Oh, people hear everything because Rochelle heard me. I said something about Rochelle." I'm like, "What did you say about Rochelle?"
Exactly. Because all I remember was Chris spoke to her directly and was like, "Oh, you closed off to guys, and you're not like, I mean, in a sense, open to like finding like." Getting a connection and making a connection, and I'm like, well, same, I feel you, but also like, where did the gossiping or the reason for pieing him off happen?
Yeah, and this is where the editors are like falling flat, obviously. They're not like picking up like, oh, this is going to come up later, so we should include this. Shame. I mean,
Or at least keep the
we're being very
footage
kind to
and then
them,
just do
but they
like
must do their job.
flashbacks.
Yes, a flashback.
Just give us a flashback. We understand you don't have money for unseen bits. We get it. Just give us flashbacks. It's okay. We can work with that.
Yeah.
Unseen bits.
And also Eden and Millie find Durang, our brother that has fallen,
Oh,
our fallen hero, who held us through week
kicking
one.
him while he's down.
We know that
Yeah.
Erin just wanted to buy Assad, but she
She
didn't
should
know
have.
who to do. So she
Yes.
was just like, let me just do Durang. I've nobody else. I've no beef with anybody else. I might as well just do him. Because of
She
like,
should
oh,
have.
She's determined to prove to us that she doesn't care
yeah.
about Assad, so she didn't want to give us
She's a
that. Yeah.
cool girl. She's a cool girl. She's unbothered.
She's cool. She's chill.
She's
She's
not
actually really
jealous.
laid back.
What? She just wants the best for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about them. This whole triangle thing. Another
Yeah.
unseen bit though, like
Oh,
what went on with her and Assad, and when did
Yeah.
she tell Sarah? Like, why are they just showing us the
yeah.
fight?
Like the son was busy losing his mind there, and Eden's telling Sarah, "I'm cool. Look at him. He's going off." And I'm like, "Yeah, we cool, calm, and collected." But another couple where I'm like, I don't understand. Although okay, the chemistry between Sarah and Assad is clearly there. I mean, they be
Yes.
within deep dishing. But I mean, I guess for Eden, it's a good thing because the son does seem a bit sus and a
Mm,
bit intense, and
Yeah.
she wins, I guess. Hmm.
I, yeah, I think what happened was he made a throwaway jokey
mm.
comment and she like read too much into it. Like I think he was just like, "Oh, you see, you shouldn't have broken up with me because I'm good at cooking eggs or whatever the thing was." And she was like, "Oh, that's really deep. Let me go tell her." I think she just wants to stir the pot. I don't think she was being genuine. I think she was being annoying. I'm not Team Erin, just so you know.
And I remember you tweeting, Karen, we actually just want um, Timna and Eden to be a couple. And I'm like, yes. The
Yeah.
babes have been there for each other. They're helping each other through breakups and new relationships. Yes.
I think that
Girl
Eden
gang.
just hasn't found her right match yet. I don't think Assad liked Eden as much as she liked him.
No,
And
yeah.
she obviously didn't like Xavier as much as Xavier
Mm.
liked her. So I do think that she needs to give Ian a shot. I don't know if Ian wants a
Mm.
shot, but I think
Really?
that they should at least try. I mean, the
He
two of them
is so
are working
wholesome.
on body
I guess
time.
while you're there.
Yeah, let's see. They're together all the time. Might as well just try out. If
Yeah,
it
and
doesn't work, it doesn't.
he's such a wholesome boy, just minding his business. A nice guy, a safe guy. I mean, if she was smart, she
Safe
could
guy.
like set it up so that them two can like be in a relationship
Mm.
until like later stages when another person comes in, and then she can just snatch a new guy and
Yeah.
win if she was smart.
If she was smart.
I don't think she's
But
playing the game yet, though. I think
Mm.
no, 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 no,
she's
no, no.
trying
She's
to
not
find
playing the game.
her husband or forever love
Oh,
The
type vibe.
guy.
She's in it. But Sarah, things don't look good for Sarah. I don't think either. I think she has a bit of
You think, yeah.
she's a bit too. Yeah, I think Sarah's just a little bit. I don't know. She's dealing with a. I think she's a bit insecure about the side, and I feel like it's gonna
Yeah.
continue to be an issue. Maybe like now that the Eden thing is over, there's gonna be the new girls, and whenever a new girl comes in, she's gonna. If she makes it
She's
to
gonna feel
Casa more,
stressed.
she's going to.
oh,
Her wits are
so
gonna be
fizz.
out.
Oh my god.
I am so
I'm
excited.
so excited.
It's gonna be so
I'm
good.
so excited.
It's gonna be so good. The shit is gonna go down. People are gonna be dying. It's gonna be messy. I love it. But exactly,
This is the
Seda
best
was sitting
time.
on the couch crying to who was it, Millie, when Assad went on the date, and I was like, babes, it's just a date. It's
Mm.
okay. Ah,
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if Assad will, for somebody who gets so worked up, unless he's like super into her, for someone who gets worked up over very small things, I don't know
Yeah.
if he's going to like be able to deal with her insecurity and always having to reassure her. I feel like
mm,
he's gonna get fed up.
Yeah.
mm,
He's red flags. Like the way he lost his temper with a woman
Yeah.
was gross.
absolutely.
I used to quite like him, but yeah, just put him in some pressure on him and you
Mm.
see what he's really like.
And I wonder if another
Bad.
guy bombshell comes in, would Seda would
Mm,
say to be interested in how would he take that. I mean, how he dealt with Eden and Xavier as well. So I wonder if they are strong
mm.
enough.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Okay, so talking about strong enough couples, Millie and Xavier. I
Oh,
never saw that
I
coming.
love them.
they are so cute. Just chilling on the day
I love them.
bed. Their hideaway
Yeah.
moment. Even in the game of like
And the
the quiz.
quiz,
Yes.
that
Bless.
was so funny. That was
And
very
they were
cute.
like, you guys just make out all the time. How do you know so much about
Yeah, yeah.
They were transferring knowledge through tongues.
They also seem like the most
Yeah,
Love
I like them.
Islandy couple.
Mm,
Like
Yes.
they have that
exactly.
energy.
Yeah. Like there's no like
Yeah.
arguing or like figuring out this, figuring out that, sharing that. It's natural. They're chilling. They're just in each other's space. It's sweet. It's
Mm,
cute.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the more
Yeah, it
natural,
is
the
cute.
better at the end because they're actually
yeah.
building something. So,
Yes.
interesting.
I think they could last till the end, but I don't think they would last in the real world.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
Very
agree.
Love
Mm.
Island specific.
Because
I
also, wasn't it so sweet how Xavier said that, yeah, if they do anything, she'll get slut shamed, but he'll get
yeah.
high fives. Ah,
Yes.
bless. Our Belleville boy.
Wow. Knows the right things to say. Yeah.
It's like I
Cute.
always forget. I mean, subconsciously, I always forget that like I'm watching a South African show, and then he will say something like, "When are you guys gonna punk?" And
Yes.
I'll be like, "Oh my god, I'm TV on internet.
I love
On Mnet.
it.
What is happening here?"
Ruining the illusion. Yeah.
Uh,
It's so weird.
But do you think his head will turn with this new girl? Sorry, guys. I'm like, can somebody tell me who's who? Because they have the same names, two new girls,
Yes.
and I
yeah,
keep getting
it's
confused.
Tanya?
Tanya and Tiala or Tala.
It's spelled like Talia, but
Talia?
then she pronounced it
Hmm.
like Tyler.
Hmm.
Oh. Okay. I just know
Yeah.
Tanya's name with the
Yeah, Tanya.
braces,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Tanya and Talia. Talia.
Okay.
Maybe she said
Talia.
Tala, and it's an accent that like took me off of it.
Hmm.
Tala,
Oh, it's like
Tala.
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 Oh yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm,
So do
mm-hmm.
you think his head will turn with Tala? I'm just gonna say it in her accent.
Oh, he. I don't think so. He seemed
Mm,
quite. He was very like. No, I think he's committed to Millie.
I
Mm,
also
Hey,
think so.
she's playful.
mm.
The Tyler girl, Tyler doesn't seem playful, but I mean, shame. Let me not judge her on just the
Mm.
one day, the 2 dates.
I
And also,
sorry, I was more surprised at Assad. Like I didn't think Assad would head would turn, but he was very there for Tanya's like the way she was complimenting him and stuff. He was feeling that.
Yeah,
it was feeding into his ego.
Yeah.
Mm,
Sorry, Ash.
it's hard though. If someone hot gives you a compliment, like
mm.
what must you do? Say no, thank you.
But yes, the dates. So I was like, Livo, why are you saying Tanya's just like Tim now? Babes,
Oh
no, completely
my
different
god!
hands, different personalities.
Mm.
My man's
And don't verbalize that thought.
exactly.
I had so
Gee,
much faith in him. I
Yeah.
was so upset.
But it was so sweet how the conversation they had before he left for the date, they were like reassuring each
yes,
other. She's like, I can't tell you not to flirt, but oh, so sweet. They're
And he
so
was
cute.
but I know, but I didn't like his. Well, he was like, "You trust me more than I trust myself." What are you saying? What is that sentence? And then like he comes back and is like, she's just like you. Don't say that. And then he's like, she's stunning. Okay, like she'll see her. You don't need to. It's
yeah.
fine.
Mm.
I don't know. I was a bit thrown by his him coming back and saying all that stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say do you think his head will turn?
Oof.
I
Yeah, I think he's gonna give Tanya a
I
go.
think so.
Yeah, I think she's got quite a strong
Mm,
personality, and like she said, she's going to go for what she wants.
yeah.
And I
Mm.
think it might cause some bumps in the road, but I think at the end, Libo and Timna might still stay together. But it will be a bit rocky. It won't be like as sweet and cute as before.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm.
it's sad.
Yeah, I really do like them together. They seem really good and similar. And like that clip of them like
Yeah.
dancing together, that was so
So
cute.
And Timna
cute.
seems
And
so
the
into him.
Yeah,
Like I like that. Like it's the first time you see her like really into a guy.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's just unfair that she doesn't have options. Like, so she has to give her all to
Mm.
Libo. Like, they need to bring in some more guys for
Mm.
her so that he can switch.
Mm.
I mean, they will, obviously, because she can have a pick of the
Mm.
bunch, you know?
Exactly. And also, Chris and Tyler's date. Oh, it
Mm.
was so bad.
It was
Like,
so
she's
awkward.
beautiful, he's beautiful, but the chemistry, it was like a job interview. Ugh, it's like serious questions. Ugh.
But
That
her
Yes.
was.
date with Xavier was also like that though. It also felt a bit like a job interview. I don't know if it was
Mm,
Mm.
if she's the common
yeah.
denominator there.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this girl's so hot. Like you can flirt a bit
You know?
more. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like she's like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
be a bit.
okay. Who
Uh,
you with? Are you? How are you? Are you gonna open up to other people or not? And then he was like, yeah, some of them open.
But he did come back and say, like, I
mm.
fumbled the bag, hey? And his interview was
Mhm.
like, I
Mm,
messed it up.
yes,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
So he knows.
I'm interested.
He
Also,
knows what
didn't
he's
they
doing.
mention that she was either Ian's type or Ian was her type? So there might be like something like the guys that came
Um,
back from the date hinted at that. So I wonder if that could maybe develop. Hmm.
now they were getting Ian dolled up
Mm.
for her, hey? What is that about?
yeah, I think they were just bored. And then, shame Ian.
That poor makeover bliss. Ian reminds me of somebody in the previous UK seasons. I can't remember what his name was, but there was also a guy.
I want to say Anthony or something like that.
Yes, yes, yes. Anton or Antonio or something like yes.
Anton.
Just
Yes.
vibes, just chilling in the villa, free holiday.
Yeah.
Mm.
Straight hair.
But who knows? Maybe Casa More comes and a hand could come.
Yeah, but is he gonna make it to Cancer more? I feel like
Oh.
if he doesn't hit it off with Talia, then I mean him and Ian have to like secure like just a type of friendship couple thing to
Mm-hmm.
make each other stay in a bit longer.
Oh,
But
sorry, Ian. Yeah, I was just saying that for me, it's a big red flag that he said, I'm looking for someone conservative. Like, what it, for me, that implies like I'm wanting someone who doesn't dress slutty, and I'm using slutty in a positive way, of course. You want someone a bit more subservient. That's me reading between the lines when someone says conservative, and I don't want him on the show anymore now.
And I mean, you came on Love Island. You're not
Exactly.
on Friendship Island.
Yeah.
Like you and Rachel need to pick up the pace here.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. Let's go on some dates. Let's kiss some boys. Also, on that point, Summer is allowed to flirt with and have fun with two boys. Was it Paige? Somebody was tuning her
Ian, I think it was.
about going on and like being into two guys. And it's like, no, guys, we can do
That's
this.
fine. It's a
Yeah.
game.
No, man. Exactly.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's maybe I mean maybe they haven't watched the show before.
But why?
Mm.
You know
Mhm.
you know what you're going into. You should be watching the show. I'm sorry. There's no reason to not watch the show.
Yeah,
But I also feel like Ian went off Sarah when she did that
I
sexual
agree.
that day where she had to demonstrate her sex positions. I feel like he went off her after that. And
Yes.
then maar
Yeah,
wat?
because
No,
not
yeah,
conservative
but no.
enough.
Maar wat? Okay, so let's talk about our other Lone Ranger, Rochelle, who's
Oh,
just having her best holiday.
mm.
Oh, shame.
Just living a life in the vineyards of Cape
Yeah,
Town, drinking her
she
cocktails, making friends, giving advice, life advice.
she loves giving advice. That's she
Mm.
like fancies herself that
Yeah.
character on the island. Hey, she loves that role. Um, yeah, I think she's chosen the wrong show to come on. Like,
Mhm.
she's one of those people who just doesn't want to flirt around and date around, which I respect. I
Mhm.
can relate to it. But,
And
that's why I
she
don't
was
go on
nice
Love
and
Island.
spicy in the first week,
You know?
asking good questions, saying fun things. But this week it's been a bit more chilled. So I'm like, if you want to stick it down,
Mm.
babes, gotta do something.
Yeah, I feel like like I mean, we've always seen people
Yeah.
that have been like single for a while. They just haven't found the right guy, whatever.
Mm,
But they've always been willing to try. Like
mhm,
even
Yeah.
in the last season, like Shanice, she was going on dates with
Yes.
other
mm,
guys. She was, she was pining after that other Connor with a
Yeah.
GH, whatever. And she, she had more of a story. Like Rochelle she's not willing to try with anybody. There's been like, I mean,
Mm.
Jay tried with her, Ian tried with her,
Yeah.
Chris has tried with her. She's
mm,
not willing to even like let him in a little bit. And I mean, Chris called her
Yeah.
out for that, and that's
mm,
like correct. But like it's
Yes.
same. Like I don't understand what she's doing. I did enjoy a conversation with Summer when Summer was like, I
Oh,
when she was like, no, I think it's Cage, and she went, she was like a
mood.
sigh, and I was like,
That's a mood.
I wonder if Sherry will give Chris another go now that him and
Hmm,
Summer are not going to happen
maybe.
anymore.
And because the problem is that if she doesn't,
Maybe.
I mean, she runs it like she's in danger of not getting picked now
mm,
because she's been like the picking up the pieces of
Yeah.
everybody else's relationships.
mm,
Cage is now going back to Summer. If
mm,
Chris couples up with
Yeah.
Talia, she
mm,
has no option. She hasn't got a secure friendship couple like Eden and Ian, unless
mm,
she tells Ian she's suddenly interested. And I don't know if
Yeah.
you'll believe that,
mm,
but she doesn't have a secure space, so she is the most in danger. So
mm,
I'm like,
No.
when they were like, "How do you feel about the new girls coming in?" She's like, "I'm excited."
mm,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Girl, you confident, confident."
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, oh my
Meanwhile,
gosh, more friends.
mm,
Yay.
mm, mm,
So guys, so what are your predictions for the future? Who do you see lasting? Who do you see going home soon?
I I see Ian and or Rochelle going home soon. Or they must go home. It's just like they're taking up space, they're not
mm,
adding spice. I quite like Chris, I don't like as a person, but I like his energy. He's like
Mm.
pushing buttons, he's asking questions, he's being out there, like he's bringing a
mm,
nice spice to the villa.
mhm.
I do
Yeah,
like what he's
definitely.
doing.
Couple wise, I think Xavier and
Yeah.
Millie might stay around a while as a couple. There will probably be like some head turning, quote unquote, if some more bombshells come through. But I think they seem strong enough with their natural connection that they might go through. And then exactly like you said, Andy,
Yeah.
Rochelle and Ian boarding, it's done. They played their part. And also there's more girls now, so like even with
Yeah.
the previous elimination with Jurang, Jay and Summer, I was surprised Summer was there because that was like the voting round, right? And then Jay
Mm,
left, Jurang left. But I guess if
yeah.
Summer's back with Paige now, they'll like probably couple up and then they'll probably stay around a while as well. Hmm. I wonder if Aiden would be in danger of leaving.
Yeah.
She could.
Yeah, I can see Erin maybe leaving. Because also I feel like she hasn't been edited very nicely.
Mm.
Like she does seem a bit clingy, and I mean she doesn't actually, but just in the editing she's made out to be kind of like an annoying girl. And
Hmm.
I don't know if a guy coming in would want to try so. I
I
don't know.
I do think like couple wise, Cage and Summer, I don't think they're getting received well by the public. So if
Hmm.
there was a couple elimination, I
Oh yeah,
No.
I feel like
absolutely,
they
Yeah.
might
absolutely.
be in danger.
Yeah.
Like next week,
Definitely.
now
Yeah.
that Summer's decided, okay, Cage is the one. Next week they need to be cute, they need to be fun, no more
Mm,
arguing, being silly. And if they can like change their own narrative, then
yes.
then it could go better. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Mm.
But Summer's
Hmm.
selling us a lie at the moment, and Cage. Shame he bought it very easily.
Mm.
Shame. What is his reaction? He was like, "You're joking. You're joking."
Bless.
Shame.
Uh,
I was quite stressed. Sorry.
Shame. I mean, it's sweet. It's
Yeah,
just,
sorry, I was just
yeah.
quite stressed when Rochelle was like, "Remember the things you complained about Cage before, like how he said you didn't dress nice enough." And I was like, "He seems like there's very strong possessive
Yeah,
tendencies
what?
there."
mm, exactly.
Mm, definitely. Yeah.
I know.
And that's, only going to get
Mm,
more exacerbated the
mm.
longer Love Island goes on.
Ah, but that image of him sitting there in the bed with a
Yeah,
blanket over himself,
It
just
was so funny.
mad, just mad at life,
so good.
sulking.
Oh, I'm actually gonna make that the
No, he's not upset. He's
he's
not
not
upset.
jealous.
Mm, mm.
It's how he did it. It's
That's
how Chris
how.
did it.
I'm not upset, guys. I'm not upset. It's a way you did it.
Yeah. Yeah, and Chris also realized that Cage was being unreasonable. So he was like, I'm just gonna like play down the situation and just take a
Mm,
step back. Because he
mm,
knew that if he was
Yeah,
unreasonable, I mean like if he just
yeah,
like kept on challenging Cage, it's not gonna work a while because Cage wasn't able to see reason.
mhm,
yeah,
So he just said, okay, Cage, you're right. Okay.
mm.
yeah. Can't negotiate with a terrorist.
Ah, exactly.
um, I'm interested to see. I think we're all stressed
Mm,
about how Libo is
mm,
going to play this with Timna and Tanya, but
mm.
because he'll be destroyed
Oh,
by South
absolutely,
Africa if he like
absolutely. If
hurts
that
Timna,
guy makes one wrong move, ah,
and rightly so.
the
I think
pressure is
I
on.
think I think he needs to be smart about that because I think like what we realized with when
Yeah.
Xavier came in and the public voted is that Timna got the most votes.
Mm,
So if you're smart about this, you know that Timna is probably one of the most popular.
Mm.
I mean, even Tanya said, "Oh, I love her."
mm. Even Tanya's team
Yeah.
liver.
Yeah.
Tanya's team, Timna.
So 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 like you have to be like, who would the public be more likely to like support me with? If I'm the one that
Mm.
hurt Tamina,
Mm,
look what they like, look what happened to Durang.
mm.
I mean,
Exactly.
and he didn't even, she wasn't even into him.
Yes,
Imagine if now she
exactly.
was
Look what happened.
into him. Mm-mm.
Mm,
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah. I yeah. I don't know how into him she is. I don't know if it's just like a matter of he is cool and he does seem sweet, but he seems quite earnest, where
mm,
she seems more like playful, like
Mm.
teasing, and
mm.
he's just very like, I love your energy and your aura,
What's your greatest fear? I'm
you know.
fearless. I'm like,
Oh,
no.
oh.
He's sweet too. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was so funny. Like, was he joking?
But I'm not gonna
Well,
lie.
he also wrote,
I'm not gonna lie. Tanya does make me a bit nervous because she's here to rattle tables and shake tables and poke holes in relationships. So, it's gonna be interesting to
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
A vineyard
mm.
girl
yeah.
lost in the vineyard for a whole week.
And she's a
Just
babe.
adds just
She
all
is a
the
big
time. Be like,
babe.
where is she?
Um,
Why did they do
the
that?
Vineyard
Why did
Girl.
they do that?
This is that
Yeah.
the the best part about Love Island is Twitter
Yes.
during Love Island is just like sending me and like building us as a nation. Like it's so good. The Vineyard Girl lost, yeah, for like
Love
a
Island is
week.
our like 1995 World Cup final.
um,
Mm.
like in the UK Love Island, like entrance shots where they're like introducing a character, they're like somewhere on an island, like flipping their hair back, and these people are like in a dusty vineyard, or like Libo and Chris looked like they were climbing out of someone's pool in Rondebosch. Like it's just so low
Like
budget.
Tanya took a grape off the vineyard and ate it just like that. I was like, babes, there's pesticides and bugs and spray. I'm like, that's not safe. Are you gonna make it through Love Island? Are you gonna get the tummy bug? Oh, no
Amazing.
ways.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited to see. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I hope Talia also comes through. I hope she
Mm,
shakes tables.
mm,
Yes.
So I feel like
Yeah.
her presence alone is gonna stress the girls out.
Yeah.
mm-hmm,
Especially the girls in relationships.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely.
Um but she needs to play a part. Like if you're hot, you kinda you it's your duty to flirt with every guy in there. You
Exactly.
If
have to
you're
make it
hot, it's your
exciting for us.
duty.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
if you're okay
Your
looking, I
community
understand you
service.
go for one guy, that's
Mm,
okay. But
Yes.
like if you hot, you need to step up and give
Those are
us
the
the
rules.
entertainment that we want.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
I think
tiring, but it's how you have to live.
Ian and Chris have to graft really hard with her and play their cards right so that they can secure a relationship with her.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. I want to see that happen.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I hate that we don't get episodes for a whole weekend though. So
I
like by
know.
Monday, like when
Mm,
Monday started and Jay got that card and we were like, what the fuck? What?
mm,
Yes.
What has happened this
mm,
entire
Yeah.
weekend?
mm.
What's happening on the weekend?
And I love how it's also like raining and they're in their KW jackets and jeans and it's like
I love that.
yesterday you were in a bikini. Now we are like indoors doing yoga. Oh, if I was on that in that show and the sun was standing there trying to make me do yoga, I'd be like, no way. No. I'm gonna go do something else. I'm not here for that.
Shane, they must just be so
Getting into
bored.
bed.
Like they can't do anything. They can't
Yeah.
read, listen to music. So I would do the yoga class
Can they
with
not
us.
read?
They can't read, and they're not allowed to read books.
Hectic.
Oh my god.
I think so. Yeah.
So you literally just in there all the time,
Losing
making
your mind.
friends, losing your mind,
I'll be
building
like playing
relationships.
like henna penna or like what's those games you used to play when you
Engel angle with your stockings.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's so
Nice.
that you like push to the point where you just talk about
Mm,
everything because you have
mm,
nothing to distract you.
exactly.
Evil,
And
but yeah.
and like
Oh,
you were
have a
tweeting about that house is so small, you can literally hear everything that's happening. Like you'll be laying on
Yeah.
the day bed
yeah,
here, you'll
and
hear
we just
that
hearing
one's
each other's
conversation.
conversations.
Mm, spicy. Spicy.
I wonder why they didn't take the Constantia one. Like that one
Mm,
had
Maybe the people who own the house came back for summer.
mm. That was a
could
beautiful house. It was so big.
Yeah, that was amazing.
and there was so much space. Yeah, so, like they used to have chat at the top there, then this
Mm,
person, and I was like in the corner. They still
mm,
had dates on the one side.
mm.
You know,
Mm.
I got to go to that house for the finale. How exciting!
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I know you went to the. Didn't you
Yes.
go to the finale?
Yes,
That's
it
so
was.
cool.
It was like.
What is it
I mean,
like?
I try and tell people it was the best night of my life to like make it sound exciting, but it was so bad. Like they made us go to Constantia Sports Club for like 4 hours beforehand, just waiting for the secret location. And I was like, oh, it's Love Island. I must get dolled up. So I wore heels, which is like the first time I've worn heels since like my matric dance.
Mm.
And no one else got that memo. And we were just like freezing cold. Like I mean, I got to make eye contact with like Luke and
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
that's
yum.
it. So worth every second. But yeah, it was just like actually tedious. I guess like you're filming, it's just kind of boring. But
Mhm.
it was cool to get to go to the house
Mm,
and like hear the narrator because the British narrator is so
Yeah.
good,
mm.
so good.
Oh,
He really does like the British guy gives so much of the show its like
Yeah,
impactfulness and excitement because he's so like quick
totally.
with it. The writing's good. His delivery of the lines are good. And it's like
Mm,
our guy is getting a bit better. Like I almost feel like they know what's going on online and they're like feeding into
yes,
that kind of. But the British guy, he rules.
yeah.
He reigns supreme. Mm.
yeah, he's so good. And I feel bad for this local guy. They're obviously just trying to make him into what's his name, Ian,
Mm.
someone.
Mm.
But it's like just be you. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I said this last week when I said it. I just think he's too old. Like
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
Mm.
he's narrated other shows before, and he's been
Mhm.
good at it. But I just
Mm.
don't think he's for like the Love Island demographic.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think the guy who you often repost, Karen, that guy on Instagram, I can't remember his name, but you've shared his stories a few times. He should be the narrator.
Oh my gosh, have you his Instagram stories? I can't deal.
So good.
He's so quick on his feet. Like
Yes.
when when they were going through the when everybody was quizzing each other and he's just like listening and then Summer and Chris they're like questioning each other like what is your favorite this and he's so quick he's like who's your favorite serial killer Cage like
Yeah.
in a second.
So good.
That's the thing. It's it's like you have to nail these lines as you go. It just brings so much energy. Oh,
Oh no, he would have been brilliant at that
A
job.
good
Oh my
choice. Yeah.
gosh.
Next
Ah.
time.
But guys, thank you so much for joining me. This was
Thanks for
lovely.
having us.
mm. Pew, pew, pew,
Boop, boop,
pew.
boop.
Wait,
Ding, 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 ding,
tell
ding.
people where to find you on Twitter so that they can follow on with your Love Island nonsense. Ash, what's your
uh,
handles?
My handle is Ash_Engel. So that's 3 A's, SH_Engel. You can find me there. I tweet a lot of nonsense. Come join the circus. We're a bunch of clowns.
nice bio.
And you, Andie?
It's 4 underscores and then Andie with an IE, quite an annoying handle. It's just Gingerbread Angel. There we go. You can search for that, and that's me on Twitter.